Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a while since I've done a reaction video. Actually, last time was the edit competition. I'm working on it right now, but might be after I also finish my course because I decided to like it's gonna have effects like smoke, characters' powers and stuff. So I need to make it first and put it into the gacha video and then I can upload it. So for now, I'm gonna do a video reaction about what I have been making during my course here in Singapore. So this is from the first time. Actually, the very first assignment that I got. It's actually to make a snowman, but I wanted mine to be unique, so I decided to make a wolf snowman because I thought it would be really cute and I love wolves. So yeah, these are actually the trees. I tried to make it look like it has snow, but I think I use a ramp material. But gone so far, I think I should be know how to make snow by now. I can just watch tutorials as well. At least I can understand about I can understand the tutorials more that I've already learned here. Yeah. Anyway. Actually, there's also a better way to record this, but I didn't know it back then. Instead of just recording with video editing software and just move cursor like that, you can actually just add a camera and then move the camera around to keyframe on the either translate or rotate and then just export it. It's called Playpass. I could have actually done that, but unfortunately I didn't know it back then. So yeah, this is pretty much what I got right now. I think I might try to actually add camera in the file and then do a playback so it can be better, but I'm not really sure. I might need to look for the file as well. I think I forgot how I added this big circle thing. I don't even know how it happened. I added two trees. One is big and one is small. And the wolf right here, this is the scarf. Yeah, I definitely need just use the camera instead of this. I think I wanted to focus on the eyes for this, but I accidentally like focus on another thing. On another object thing. Yeah, his right here is actually the scarf. I want to pretend that there's a wind and then the scarf like flying here. And actually I made the head from sphere and then just selected the faces, vertex, and what is it, the edges. I feel like I could have done better on the tail. Actually, I wanted to make it like white and then the edges red, like Akira. But I couldn't really do it yet. So I just decided to go with this. I'm not really sure how I get this kind of thing going on here. Actually, I feel like I could just use a sphere and then just pull it, vertex, 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 faces, edges. But I don't know why I did something and it turned out like this. Okay, and here, the next one is from animation. It's a run cycle, and I decided to use man running in jungle. It's actually inspired from in Ninjago there's like the primeval, in Ninjago there's primeval eye. I pretty much got inspired by that, like run in nature, in forest, jungle. So I tried to use it for my run cycle. Let me loop this and there's a fast running, and then like in movies, videos, there's like from the legs, and then zoom out the whole character, showing them running, and then it stops somewhere, and then the character ran out of the screen. Yeah, I decided to do that. Although I'm not really sure if I did pretty well for the run cycle animation. I still feel like I could have done better. Yeah, when watching you get that kind of feeling like, I mean, going back forward it's okay, but suddenly there's like just sharply snap to another. Yeah, like that kind of feeling. Yeah, I feel like I could have done better with it. And this is actually just a grid, and I just added like image over it, and then behind this like leaves, vines thing. This vine parts, trees, actually it's a real asset, but this part right here, this, and then some of you see over here, that's actually just a grid and an image. Yeah, you can kind of see the line. You can kind of see the line also over here, it's pretty obvious. I could have actually tried to match the image, match with the image, or at least the image can match the ground over here. You can kind of see a little line here actually. Like you see over here, there's a line over there. Yeah. Okay, just move on to next. Okay, before that was the term 1 projects. Now is the, I said this next one actually term 2 and 3, but it's finished during the start of term 3. So it's actually a car, and Maya use standard surface. So it's a combining from Maya and Houdini. In Maya we did the materials for the car, and then we export the car and the camera along with the movement to Houdini, so you can have like a force map. So you can see thus there's actually a line here. Like without the car, you'll see a black here shaping the shape matching the car. So that's why it needs to be imported to Houdini and then exporting the dust and the other simulation. The music. And then I might just mute this for now. Okay, this is more obvious. Like in Fire, this is also in Houdini. The car with the material is in Maya. But in Houdini, we also use the car and the camera, the same car and camera, except just no materials. And exporting the car is actually using Arnold in Maya. And then the fire, the dust, and later there will be fog as well, imported with Mantra in Houdini, with car as the force mat. And actually this is not just fire. The other reason the car needs to be in Houdini as well is to have this kind of effect. So it looks like there's fire reflection in the car. And then there's the drop. The car drop. There's also this is actually environment light, and then there's a grid. And I don't know why, I feel like I could have done better with this. Like the background and the car with the grid thing doesn't really look like in sync with each other. Like the background looked like it moved faster than the car. Not really sure, or it's just my eyes, but that's kind of the feeling that I got. The environment is moving faster than the car. Okay, next up is the fog. There's also a force mat here, actually. The car turntable made it into a loop with just a single camera movement. So in reality, actually, the camera only moves around the car once. It actually just moved once. And then just made it into a loop. Just, you know, when you like do replay or when you edit in a video editing software, you have that one shot and then you duplicate the shot, add it to the next part and made it into a loop. Okay, this is the one with just the ground. This looks better than with the environment actually. There's nothing really off about it. Or if there is, it's not really quite obvious. But it's not for me though. Okay, so in term 2, we actually did individual project and I decided to actually this is also my lecturer's idea actually. I wanted to do a different thing, but I think I was like a little far off. It was supposed to be just VFX, just making simulations, maybe with animation, but only a little bit. But the idea that I got was like making a whole many fighting scenes, many fighting shots. It's gonna take a long time, and the only time we had was only 4 months, so definitely wouldn't be able to finish that fast. So we just decided to make a waterfall simulation instead. With the statue, everything is, I can promise you everything is asset. But this separate asset and the rocks separate, statues also separate, rocks, trees. There's gonna be a breakdown video after this and I can explain more about it later. But for now, I'm just gonna turn on the music as well. Yeah, and the water, small water here is actually also separate. And this part right here, you know, in waterfall, you always see like a smoke thing going on at the end of the waterfall. But I decided to do that in Nuke, like in comp. I just use noise and then just do roto. Because didn't really have enough time. I was stuck on the waterfall simulation for months. Okay, grand finale, the waterfall breakdown. So if not don't know what breakdown is, it's pretty much shows the process of the simulation, the shot. Well, not every part of the shot, not until like adding notes and stuff. Just like the parts added to the comp. So it's about waterfall, minus waterfall. First, starting off with the waterfall. Actually, each part is gonna go fast to make the breakdown like not too long, just to make it short. So pretty much just process. So this is the water, and I did a bit enhancement on the waterfall as well. The color correct, and this is actually the roto right here. Actually, it's a mask. I didn't really need to like make the shape of the statue actually. And this is for the white water. Actually, there is a way to make white water. It's in Houdini, but I didn't have enough time. So my lecturer and I just decided to use water particles from the actual water simulation and make it into the white water instead. So these are actually the particles. Okay, and this is the part for the shot. I'm just gonna explain these three first because terrain is covered with my webcam. So this is the waterfall, and this right here is the tool in Houdini that I use, the emit particle fluid. So this is actually the particles right here. Just added material to make it white. And these are the rocks. The rocks are actually separate. Like it's not this one whole rock is one object. It's actually separate object. I just put them together. And this is the statue that I use. And this is the terrain right here. But actually I didn't use this water part right here. Because if I do use that part, it has happened before I move this part. So if I kept this, it will, what happened before, the water actually splashed on this part, which is what actually needed at first, but when it hits the statue, it just doesn't really look right anymore. Like it's too much. Doesn't really look that peaceful anymore. Like it's more like, what is it like? Water chaos. Yeah, so decided to just get rid of that part of the terrain. And you'll see how it looks like after this. So these are the parts, like the assembling of the assets and the water. So this is the water, the terrain, and then there's the statue, and then there's the rocks. And you can see that this part with the water material part is removed. So the water can just fall down instead of like flowing on the terrain's ground. And this right here is actually a cube as the source of the water. And this is the small water. Actually there is a way to make small water, just more advanced than this. This one I just used a grid and then I added mountain node and then just turn on the animate option and then just give water material on it. And then 3 I just used a soft transform because I wasn't really ready to use Vellum yet. I tried but it didn't really work out. At least like there wasn't much time either. And this is the water layer. This part kind of looks off, like the shape. But after that you can't really notice in the shot. And these are the animated trees. I did enhancement on the color correct, the grade. And for the background here, so you notice how there's a small part here and then a small rock. That's actually another rock. It's not actually part of this rock. So in comp, you can do a lot of things. Just cover that one part and then just also cover this part of the rock. Like that part was never there. There was never anything wrong with the background. And then here's the statue. It actually looks pretty static. And then added like a noise and grain. So kind of the shadow movement also followed the background, the waterfall. And what you saw before is the assembly of the whole thing. Okay, just gonna start here. Statue, and then there's the trees. There are the trees and the waterfall, the rocks, bottom rocks, and then the background. You can kind of see the small rock here again. And with calm, it's all gone. It was never there. And then other enhancement as well to make it more so the audience can actually get the real feeling of the shot. Okay, you guys ready for the final output? Here it is. Okay, so that's pretty much all for the reaction video. Actually, the reason I wanted to do this reaction video because last time I need to work on my confidence more. You can kind of see throughout the video I was having trouble talking, using the words. And I definitely need to work on that, so I think this could be good practice. Hopefully this will help. And actually last time I was vlogging was last February when I went to Avatar for my birthday. That was the last time and I didn't vlog for a long time, so I think my confidence is kind of going down as time goes by. Actually after my birthday, sometime after I actually got sick, so I couldn't really record or anything. And the next I was busy with my project. And even if I go out sometimes, I can't really find like a good thing to vlog. So I kind of hardly ever vlog now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video and hopefully this will help my confidence to go up. Yeah, I better go to class soon. I better eat lunch and go to class to work on a project. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye!